So there's a lot of minions you can get in Hypixel Skyblock. As you can see, I have a lot of them down right now because, well, I can't trade any players, so I can't buy them to, get them X tier, so I have to get them myself. I have a lot of tier 10s as tier 11 is usually the hardest to get, and there's a lot of minions that take a pretty long amount of time to get maxed out. For example, the Rabbit Minion. That's probably one of the best well-known ones. The Rabbit Minion is really difficult. It's one of the lowest tier minions I have, but it also takes an insane amount of time to level it up. I'm pretty sure if you use a single Rabbit Minion, it takes over a year to get to tier 11. I'm not sure the exact numbers though. On top of that, there's a lot of minions which are Slayer minions. For example, here's a Revenant minion. The only reason I have a tier 11 is because you can get Revenant flesh from killing Revenant Horror Boss, and I killed so many that I was able to get enough flesh from it to get it tier 11. But there's also other minions, such as the Tarantula minion. The Tarantula minion, I only have tier 4 because it needs Tarantula Silk, which needs Enchanted Flint, which takes an obscene amount of time to get enough for the tier 11. If I used 29 Gravel minions, I think it would still take like multiple months to get the tier 11 Tarantula minion, so it takes a very long amount of time. Those are probably the most well-known ones, just like the Slayer ones and like the Infernal minion. Basically, nobody has an Inferno minion to tier 11. But on Stranded, there's ones that are even more difficult. Most, it's just like normal, right? Most, you would just like, it's same as Iron Man, you just place the minion and then you wait. Maybe mining is a little bit harder because you have to wait for it instead of manually mining it yourself. But probably by far the one that's most different from main profiles is the Hardstone minion. On the fresh normal profile, you can just go to the Crystal Hollows, mine. It probably would take you still a very long amount of time to get, the 8 million you need for tier 11, or I think for tier 12 on main it takes like 16 or 17 million. But on Stranded, you can't mine that, so you're stuck having to wait for a minion with a very long action time, with no fuel. At tier 7 is 8.6 seconds, to get one. And on top of that, Enchanted Hardstone isn't like most blocks where it's 160 to get it. Enchanted Hardstone takes 9 stacks. So that's why a tier 11 in this takes 8 million Hardstone. It takes 8 of these, and one concentrated stone is 8 stacks of Enchanted Hardstone, so it's just an absurd amount of items. With a single, even if you already had a tier 11, with a single one, it would take around 3 years with no fuel to get it to tier 11.